Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back for day number 12 of our 30-day island challenge to complete a Halloween spooky island in just 30 IRL days. And today we are back with some more decorating. This is what we did in our build yesterday. I did add and change a few things off screen after I was done recording. So what I added was some of these little floor lights on these corners, just because I felt like the corners of this area looked very blank. I don't know, I felt like I needed to do something there. So I added some green ones in the front, and then back here I added an orange one. And then I did take a look at what this build looked like at nighttime, and I liked these Nova lights lighting up over here instead of the pumpkins. So I switched those out for the Nova lights, and we have the Nova lights up here that will probably turn on, because I do think I want this island to be set at nighttime, and it looks so cool with all the pumpkins glowing and the garland glows and the plaza arches glow. So it looked really cool at night, so I was very happy with how this turned out. But for today, we are going to be working on this whole area over here. Ooh, a balloon. Everyone say goodbye to the balloon. Bye, balloon. Okay, yeah. But we're going to be building a haunted house over in this section. I am super excited, and I also have an idea for this little area right here. Yesterday I said I was going to keep it blank for now because I didn't know how I wanted to like move this section over, like I don't know what I mean, like combine these two sections, but I think I have an idea, so I'm excited for that. But first, let's go ahead and break this little rock because it is in my way. I did leave an apple over here yesterday when I was collecting all my flowers because I ran out of room. But yeah, it came in handy because I can just grab it today. But this rock is in our way, so goodbye, rock. And the first thing I'm going to do is whip out my terraforming tool because we needed to start and we need to lay down some pathing. So the terraforming tool it is. So first of all, we need to extend this pathway over to the edge of the island. So we need to take this all the way over to the edge of the beach and continue this pathway, because this will be the path that leads you over to the haunted house as well. Alright, so we have this whole sidewalk situation set up because this will lead us over to the haunted house, so we need to continue that pathway. But first, before we start on the actual haunted house build, I want to do a little filler area right here, and what I was thinking of is having a little fenced in pumpkin patch. So I want there to be like one tile of fencing like right here. So we can probably start it right here. And I want the pumpkin to be on the dirt. So we'll just change all of these ones over. Actually, I think I want to do the dark dirt because those like look better with the actual crops, because the color like of the dirt with the crops looks more consistent with the dark dirt. So we'll use this one instead. And I think that is a good length, and I think I want to do maybe 3 tiles in width, and then this whole section will just be filled in. And then of course we need to surround it with the black tile code still, so all of this surrounding it will be the black tile. And then I think we might have a walkway that goes up this direction as well. So now we have our walkway going this direction, and we have our little crop section over here. We do have to actually grab the pumpkins, and I have them all planted over on this back beach, so let me grab those. I do only have the orange, yellow, and white pumpkins, but I think I want to change them up a little bit more because I only have like one small little white pumpkin, and I also want to include some green pumpkins, so I'll have to get those out of my storage so they won't be like fully grown in for this build, unless we time travel. We could always time travel. First, I guess let me put down the orange pumpkins, and I feel like a majority of these are going to be the orange ones, and then we'll just sprinkle in some of the different colored ones to mix it up a little bit. But I think the main color is going to be orange. And then I did grab more yellow, white, and green pumpkins for my storage, just to because I don't have any green pumpkins that grew naturally, which is also very annoying, by the way, that I had to grab some from a treasure island. Okay, I think this is good. And then let's see, this one can be a white pumpkin, this one can be a yellow pumpkin, and then I guess we'll plant a green one right here. Alright, so I filled out that, and then I wanted to put the fence around it. And I thought this would be a good spot for our park fence because we did think about using that in the front of this build, and I do really want to use it on the island. So I thought it'd be cute in this little area just to surround the little pumpkin field, pumpkin farm, pumpkin patch, whatever you want to call it, because I do really like this fence. So I think this is a good spot for it, and I'm just gonna go around all of the edges and kind of like box it in, I guess. And I always thought this fence was weird in the corners because, like, why did they put a little circle right there? I don't know, very interesting, but the circles are actually kind of cute when you look at it like this. But yeah, we have this, and then I'll probably add another fence back here with some more flowers and trees. We'll continue like this pattern that we have going on back here, going farther this way. But now we can start thinking about where we want our haunted house to actually go. And I think I want to put down like a base for it using this wooden plank situation that we have. And I think the design of the house is 5 wide. So we'll map this real quick. And then I think I want to add a storefront on the sides. So I'm going to make it 1 longer in both directions. So it's actually 7 wide. And then I want to make it 2 deep because I want there to be a layer where it's on top of the wood, and then 1 layer where you can actually see the wood plank that's not covered by anything, if that makes sense. All right, yeah, that is cute. And then we do have to build up some cliff too. So it should, I think, only be 5 wide. And then we need 2 layers of cliff. So this will be the bottom layer, and we need to make it at least 3 wide in order to get the second cliff on top of that. But I think I'm gonna make it 1 bigger so we can make the top cliff 2 wide, so we can first move around on that cliff so we're not like stuck. And then I think I also want to add some storefronts maybe at the top. I don't know yet, I'll have to see because I haven't used this custom design before, so we'll have to figure it out together. Alright, so I customized the simple panel, so I want to see what they look like all placed down first before I decide what I want to put behind them, because the inspiration, this code itself is from a creator called April ACNH, and her building is pretty basic. Oh, I wanted this one to go on the sides. So she doesn't use any like storefronts or wooden bookshelves or anything, but I want to see what it looks like if we add some items behind it. But first I want to see what these codes look like just placed down first. Okay, so that's the bottom, and I do have some of the wooden bookshelves with me, so let's see if we can place one behind this. Okay, so it gives it a little bit more depth. Is that, I think the bookshelf is only a half tile, so I think I can squeeze it in just like this actually. Yeah, okay, it's a half item. So we could do that. Let's try it on the other side as well. Oh, that is not the correct direction. Well, let me place it from this side. Okay, it does. Cool. And then the door is kind of a little bit different. Do I just pull it out front? I don't know. We may be able to put something back there, or if we just bring everything out a full tile, or the door could be kind of pulled front. That actually looks pretty cool. I don't know. We'll see. But let me create the other layered ones, and then we'll see how that looks all together. I'm also going to cover the cliff sides with the same code that I used for the building, this blank one, and I'm going to put this all over the ground just so if you look at it from a different angle, you don't see grass. I hate with fake buildings, if you like tilt your camera, sometimes you can just see the grass underneath, so I like to give the base of my buildings a little design so it like keeps that image that it is a building and not just a cliff. Okay, so I customized the mouth, so let's place all of these items. Oh, I'm wondering if, because I don't have anything behind the door, if you're going to be able to see the mouth twice. Oh, that is not what I want it to look like, so we'll have to see what this looks like from the bottom, but I just have 1 piece left. Okay, let's see what this looks like, because I'm thinking because the door code doesn't have anything behind it, you'll be able to see the mouth. Yeah, you can kind of see it. I mean, we could put the short simple panels in front of it because you can kind of see the curve of the mouth a little bit too, which is kind of bothering me. But I don't want it to be lag city if I use the short simple panels. I also don't even know if I have any short simple panels. I'll have to check, because we could just put that blank wood design and put that in front of it. And I'm thinking about maybe not using the wooden bookshelf either and just using the half simple panels. Ooh, okay. So I took away the wooden bookshelves and I added the short simple panels in front of the mouth, and that looks so much better to me. Okay, I really like that. Now we just have to do the top of the building, which is the eyes, which are like big windows. So we'll see how that looks together. So this is what we're looking like with the whole thing built out with the top row. I also added a row of the antique wardrobes and an antique clock in the middle just for, I don't know, a little sprucing up of like the top of the house. So that's kind of like the roof. But one thing I did notice is that I went ahead and mapped out where our path would lead from resident services. So I continued this all the way across over to resident services. So this is where this walkway will go. And I realized that this walkway is way too close to our building. So we're gonna have to change this a little bit. And what I'm thinking is getting rid of the walkway with the tiles on this side and instead doing a natural path from this section. So right here it will be like the end of the walkway, and then all of this will be like a natural walkway, and that way I can scoot this up a little bit further towards the front of the island, and then that will give us more room back here so it won't be like right up against this building, because that like blocks your view. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to shift everything more forward, and I'll show you how that turns out in just 1 second. Okay, so I moved this whole thing forward and I added this little grass, no, this is dirt, a dirt trail right here. I think that looks really cute. It is much farther forward than I had thought until I made this path. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to curve it down to go up, but I think it turned out cute. And now we kind of have to just focus on the end pieces. And I want to bring this wood decking that we have around the rest of the building. And I think I'm just going to line the sides of this with some storefronts so you don't see the cliff. And I need to add one more simple panel in the front next to those like blocked off windows. But this whole thing around the side needs to have some decking, because I think just having custom codes under it makes it like look more like a real building, because most buildings have like a deck or like some type of flooring and it's not just like on dirt, I guess. But yeah, so we have to add some storefronts. I think I have some in my pockets already. So this is going to be a storefront, and then this right here is supposed to be a simple panel, and I have so many in my pockets now I don't know which is which. Okay, this is the correct one, so we'll put that there. And then I'm thinking for the top maybe adding that other window, and I think I have one in my pockets. Let me see. So we'll have to put down a short simple panel first, so this little guy, and then I think I customized these ones with the window to have like the cobwebs. I did. Okay, and then we'll push that one forward, and then I figured we could add another antique clock behind these guys to carry across that one that we have at the very top, so it looks, I don't know, it has the same style vibe, I guess. And then we'll do the same thing on this side, our short simple panel, and then we have the tall simple panel with the cobweb window, which I'm very excited we're getting to use. I thought for a little bit that we wouldn't have any room for it, because it's definitely a cute custom design, so I'm glad we get to use it. And then we have this guy, and we'll see what that looks like from the bottom. This is what it looks like with those clocks up there, and then I added the storefronts on either side, and I think this looks really cool. It's a little bit different than the ones that I've seen for this custom design, so I didn't want to copy anyone specifically, but I'm really loving how this is turning out. Now we just have to focus on decorating around this whole area. Actually, before I get started decorating, there is one custom code that I know I want to download, and I'm thinking of another one. So I want to download a leaf code to go underneath some decayed trees, and then I'm also thinking of a keep out or beware sign, so we can put that in front of the building so it looks like you're not supposed to go into like this little area maybe. So let me see if I can find any cute designs. So I'm back, and these are the codes I downloaded. I got this leaf pile pattern that I'm using on walnut, but I'm using the fall version. But I wanted to get this green version because our island will have green grass and green trees. And then I got this beware sign with the little ghost. I just searched beware and just like went through the pages looking for something, and I thought this one was so cute and kind of like kidcore like because it has the little ghost. So I think those will both be cute for that. And then I grabbed some items. I was thinking of putting some like boxes and barrels in front of this area, so I grabbed some pirate barrels because I felt like those were the most like fitting color wise, and I like that you can do the sideways barrel. And then I grabbed the wedding candles because they glow in the dark and they look kind of spooky, so I figured that would be kind of cute. And then we can just layer some stuff like this. And I also grabbed some wooden boxes, I believe, and I grabbed them in the black version, so we can include those as well. And I grabbed a couple spooky lanterns to include in this area because they also glow at night, so I figured that would be a good thing to add since we are doing this island at nighttime. I'm like 95% sure that's what I want to do, so I think doing it at night will be the best. So all the glowing items will look really cool, and I feel like they kind of add to like the spookiness, like having jack-o'-lanterns and like candles at like a haunted house. I feel like it's really creepy, so I like that vibe. And then I think I want to add another wooden box over here, and I want to put the other pumpkin. I grabbed a green one to go on this side. There we go, and I think that works. I don't know, I don't think I want to do too much in front of the house because I don't want to take away from like the main thing of the house being like a haunted house. But another thing that I grabbed was the barbed wire fencing because I feel like we have to have the barbed wire fencing over in this area because it's like spooky and it's supposed to like tell you to like stay out and stuff like that. So we can probably line this side with it and then maybe take it across this way so you can see more of the actual barbed wire fencing, because when it's like going up and down you can't really see the barbed wire part. But I think this will work, and then I'll probably add some back here as well. And I need to add in that beware sign. I don't know exactly where I want to put that yet. I grabbed a plain wooden shop sign, and I think I want to put the sign right here so you know that you're like walking into an area maybe that's going to be like a little spooky. And I'm going to put a thing of leaves down because, you know, adding some pizzazz to this area. And then we have the little shop sign. I went with the dark version because that just felt like the most fitting. So now when you're walking like from the airport going this way, you see this little area and you see a sign that says beware. So you know, like maybe be a little careful when you come over this way. Maybe, I don't know. And then I think around this area, I'm just going to do some filler stuff with some flowers, trees, bushes. I might do some spooky trees or just some decayed trees and use that leaf pile underneath. So I'll do that off camera just because it's not like too exciting to watch me plant a bunch of trees. So I'll be right back. So now all of this is filled in and I think it turned out pretty cute. I added some more of the spooky lantern sets and stuff, and I used the spooky trees because I felt like those were just a little bit more kidcore rather than like a normal spooky tree. But yeah, this is our monster house. I'm so excited for this build. I think we should go ahead and see what it looks like at nighttime though, or maybe like a late afternoon before it gets to evening time, because that's usually when you would go trick-or-treating, right? So I think let's go to that time and see what this looks like. It's just a little after sunset, or like right when the sun is setting, and I think this looks so cool. I'm in love with this build. I haven't ever made like a haunted house in Animal Crossing, and I think this one turned out so cool. It's like pretty big. It's a lot larger than I thought it was going to be, but it fit perfectly right here. And I didn't show earlier, but I did also finish off this little area. We'll probably put some more stuff along this fence, but I am running out of time today, so we probably won't do that. And then I did move that forward like I said earlier, so we have all of this space back here that we can still fill with like shrubbage and stuff. That way when you're walking this little path that will be right here, you won't get the back of this building shown to you, so that will like keep the illusion that this is actually a building a little bit more than what it was earlier. But yeah, I think that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. When tomorrow's video is ready for you, it should be somewhere on the screen for you. So if it's ready, go ahead and watch that. If not, I will see you all tomorrow. All right, bye friends.